Today for the Bitcoin, but more importantly, Ethereum price with MMCrypto. We are going to talk about massive rumors about Ethereum being dead. The question, is Ethereum dead? Should we still buy or hold Ethereum? What are the price targets? And also for all Cardano holders out there, is Cardano going to make the race and actually overtake Ethereum? Well, we are going to talk about all of that with the one and only MMCrypto. So make sure you sit down, you watch this video until the very end, you scroll down, smash up the like button. There is also the link for BitBoy's channel down below in the video description, in the pinned comment. So make sure you go over and subscribe to the Bit Squad. And with that being said, I wanted to ask the most important question of today. MMCrypto, how are you doing today, my man?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good. I mean, price action seems to be a little more bullish right now, and, looking forward to a good week and a good month for Bitcoin as, April is coming upon us. We got Coinbase IPO, a lot of fun stuff coming. So as always, it's an interesting time to be in crypto.
Yeah, very interesting, man. One day in crypto is like 60 days in the stock markets or more.
It is.
I wake up in the morning. I wake up in the morning with my phone in my hand, checking the prices, and I just feel like a nerd. Probably many people here can relate. So,
yeah,
anyways.
absolutely.
Let's go into the content. Maybe we start with this Ethereum FUD, which is going around right now. We were talking in one previous collaboration about the Ethereum improvement proposal 1559. Now there are opinions, news that it's probably not going to solve these problems. So maybe we start with these FUD news before. Then I wanted to go over, are these bullish targets for Ethereum still feasible? And of course, Cardano. Everyone is asking about Cardano. Is Cardano going to overtake Ethereum? Let's talk about all of that later on. First of all, the Ethereum FUD news. What is it all about, Ben?
Yeah, so and this is the important thing for people to understand. When we talk about FUD, of course, we mean fear, uncertainty, and doubt. And, it's almost always negative, and it makes people psychologically think a different way about something. Like if you think about, like the Indian Bitcoin ban we hear about all the time. It's like when people see that, they say, oh no, governments can ban Bitcoin. And then people get scared and they sell. But we, for those of us that have been here for a long time, like we just see that over and over again. We know what the FUD is and we know that it's not really relevant. Well, we're starting to see some FUD for Ethereum. And when we look back at FUD on Bitcoin throughout this year, almost every time we've had gigantic FUD, it seems like it's because the bigger buyers are putting out these stories to push the price down to accumulate more. And I think that's what we're seeing with Ethereum right now. And a lot of people know the price for Ethereum is really lagged over the last 6 weeks. But as bad as it's been, keep this in mind, Ethereum has still outperformed Bitcoin this year. So when you really take all that into perspective, the idea that people are ready to just give up on Ethereum, like it's kind of silly. So the two big stories that came out over the weekend, number one, it was an opinion piece that was about how EIP 1559 is not actually going to solve any of Ethereum's problems. Well, the big issue is with that is we don't know. It's not out. It hasn't been instituted. For months, people now have been bullish on this EIP 1559, and now all of a sudden, randomly, all these stories are coming out about how it's not going to help. Well, who do you think is pushing these narratives? The people that want to buy more Ethereum and the people from these other communities. So one of these articles that I read about this was literally using a Cardano fan Twitter account to use as evidence for why EIP 1559 won't work out. Like, that's kind of silly to me. And the other big story that came out over the weekend was that, once again, more FUD, that professional Ethereum traders sold all their Ethereum last week, leading up to the futures contracts. And obviously, as we've seen, those futures contracts last week, they did push the price down of Bitcoin and Ethereum all throughout the week. But the argument on this news article was that since the Ethereum traders sold out about a day before the futures contracts actually expired, that was some kind of like crazy bearish news. The prices of Bitcoin and Ethereum didn't actually plummet at the moment the futures contracts expired. They were dropping leading up to it. And so anybody with a brain last week could see that the price action was moving downward. So the idea that people took profits leading up to those futures contracts expiring, that's not bearish for Ethereum. That's not bearish for anybody. Bitcoin sellers were doing the same thing, but a narrative gets pushed out there that, oh, Ethereum traders took profits around $1,600. Well, that's because, Chris, how many times have you taken profits over this year at random points?
I take profits all the time on Bitcoin,
all the time.
Ethereum settled futures. Yeah. I take these profits in Bitcoin. I take these profits in Ethereum, like every week, every second week I'm taking profits. That's the definition of a trader, right? Otherwise,
exactly.
You don't open a trade and hold it for 5 years.
Nobody does that. I mean, maybe if you do, it's solely because like you feel like it's cool to have a trade open that long. Like that's it. There have been tons of points to take profits. And we know with the price of Bitcoin and Ethereum going up and down and as volatile as they are, you're going to make more money making more trades based on that price action rather than just sitting for one trade over 5 years. So, you know, now if you're not a good trader and you have a trade that's open, you may want to leave it open for a while. But so these are just some stories coming out about Ethereum that are total nonsense. And you've got YouTubers out there making videos about how Ethereum's dead now and they're selling all their Ethereum for this coin or for that coin. And this is generally what we see when it's the darkest before the dawn for a lot of projects. So I believe this is actually extremely bullish news for Ethereum.
I'm very happy that you brought that up because I have a similar feeling. And honestly speaking, I was already planning this week to buy some more Ethereum. Of course, not going all in or whatever, like just stacking up my position a little bit more because now I'm getting more Ethereum for my Bitcoin than I was getting a week ago. And I think Bitcoin has outperformed Ethereum a little bit in the last few weeks. So I would just equal out the percentage difference I have right now. Actually, I checked before we pressed recording the search traffic for Ethereum as well. We saw it was spiking actually in January, and then with more bearishness coming in, now we are at the lows from the last year, from November, October last year, when Ethereum was basically at a few $100s. So that is certainly something interesting to keep in mind. And well, when no one is interested, you said it, the darkest before the dawn, that is maybe the moment where we should at least take a closer look at it. So thank you so much for that. And now, of course, we have many people coming in and asking, well, Ethereum is at number 2. Is Ethereum actually going to be overtaken by Cardano? And I'm certainly not against Cardano. I like Cardano. I'm holding Cardano. But I would like to know your opinion about that. Do you think Cardano is going to outperform or maybe even overtake Ethereum here in regards to that news? And maybe in the end, I would like to come to the crazy price prediction of Ethereum and whether it's still in place or not.
Yeah, so I'm also a big fan of Cardano. Actually, Cardano, according to my portfolio tracker, is my #1 most profitable coin I ever had. So it's done very, very, very well for me. Ethereum has been one of my worst performers over the last, 6 weeks specifically. So I'm a big fan of Cardano. I love it. To think, though, that Cardano is going to be able to pass Ethereum during this bull run is asinine. It's about 20%, I believe, of the Ethereum cap. And generally what we see with Ethereum is prolonged periods of time where the price is not moving, followed by explosive parabolic movements. And we get that over and over with Ethereum. So while we're seeing Cardano slowly catching up to Ethereum, as soon as Ethereum gets that next big leg up, then this conversation will be over. Now, do I believe Cardano can ever pass Ethereum? Yeah, I certainly do think that. I think in 4 years, I think almost anything is in play because what do we have right now is we have Ethereum that is having a lot of problems, a lot of gas issues, a lot of scalability problems. A lot of these are supposed to be solved over the next 2 years, but we're not going to know if it actually solves it for 2 years. We're not going to know if EIP 1559 works until probably Q3 of this year. And so or definitely until Q3, maybe even Q4 by the time it really gets going. But here's the thing. The institutional investors that are coming in and buying Ethereum, who feel like they may have already missed out on Bitcoin, they don't care about scalability. They don't care about gas prices. If you think any of the institutional investors out there are looking at gas prices, you're crazy. They don't. They're looking at Ethereum as Bitcoin 2.0. They're looking at it as another hedge that they can put inside of their portfolio against the traditional markets. So because of that, these gas issues, I'm telling you guys, it's all smoke and mirrors. This is not affecting the price of Ethereum as much as everybody says that it is. And so the Cardano argument is that because of the scalability problems of Ethereum, that they're going to be able to pass it this year. That's just not how crypto works. Right now, we're still in a phase where everything is speculation. So the speculation of can Cardano maybe one day be better than Ethereum or overtake Ethereum? That can push the price of Cardano up a good bit. That could push the price of Ethereum down possibly, but it's not going to have nearly as dramatic of an effect so that Cardano will be able to catch it this year. But I do think it is important for people to understand that whether it's institutions, whether it's the miners in the background dumping or having, arguments over, EIP 50 and 59, the fact is over the last 1 month, we have seen the price of Ethereum lag very far behind. If we get another massive run up for Bitcoin and for Cardano and Ethereum doesn't budge over the next month to 6 weeks, then I certainly wouldn't blame people for starting to, hedge with some other coins.
Yeah. Good point, man. Good point. Yeah, I'm looking out for buying some more Ethereum here. And now my last question, quick and dirty, BitcoinCrypto, these price targets, where I was actually also looking at for Ethereum, 20,000, 27,000. Do you think they are still in place for Ethereum? What has to happen? And do you think this is a price target we can actually eye for Ethereum for this specific bull run here?
Yeah, I still think all of our Ethereum targets are in play. I think the fact that it's lagged out over the last 6 weeks, it doesn't really matter because like I said before, what we're waiting for with Ethereum are those big pops. So in January, we got the big pops and everybody's real excited. And then you saw what happened to the search traffic. It went way up for Ethereum. And then after that pop, which of course, whenever the prices go up dramatically, the bulk of people are getting in near the top of it. Now those people have become disinterested because they bought it when it was at $1,600, and now it hasn't really crossed over that by a dramatic amount. It went up and then went back down in the 1500s recently. So to me, if we do get that explosive movement from Ethereum over the next 4 to 6 weeks, then everything is still in play. Like I said before, if we don't get any movement from Ethereum, if Ethereum is still under $2,000 by the end of this month, if Bitcoin goes to 80K and Ethereum is still hovering around, $1,600 to $2,000, then I think we do have to start looking at long-term RR targets still in play. But as of right now, I still feel very confident that by the end of this year, Ethereum is going to be the most talked about coin.
Nice. Interesting, man. Interesting. Especially good for all Ethereum holders. And man, if you just look at it, Bitcoin is like 5% below its all-time high. Ethereum is, or like even 6.5. Ethereum is like 10%. It was at $2,020. Yeah, now it's at 1,800. It's not that bad. So thank you so much for sharing your opinion here. Guys, let me know in the comment section down below what you think about that. What is your price target for Ethereum? Maybe Ben is going to come over into the comment section as well. Check it out. We want to know what is your price prediction for Ethereum for the end of the year for December 2021. With that being said, Ben, thank you so much for watching until the very end. Thank you everyone, not Ben, thanks for talking until the very end. Thanks everyone for watching until the very end, for smashing up the like button. And with that being said, do you have any last things to share before we are wrapping it up for today?
Just always enjoy coming on and having these chats with you. And thank you to your community for always liking these videos. And I can't wait to see you next week.
Thank you very much. Thanks for watching, everyone. And as always, guys, bye-bye.